we have a fun new segment for you guys called Show Me the Money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
So the best thing about week 18, one of the best things, is that players have all these different kind of incentives in their contract. You get this many yards, you get this many touchdowns, you get this many sacks, you get this much amount of money. So we thought we'd play a little game called Show Me the Money, where we go over the most dramatic incentives that were earned in week 18. And we'll start with none other than Mr. 1,000 yards himself, Mike Evans. This is for you.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Mike Evans earned a $3 million bonus in dramatic fashion, crossing the 1,000-yard receiving mark on the final play of Tampa Bay's season. And I know you guys saw the clip where the whole team just flipped out. What do we make of Mike Evans, man? Is this guy real?
First ballot, bro. Mr. 1K.
Literally the most slept on receiver, I think, in NFL history.
Yeah. Big time. Big
Just
time
underappreciated, man. He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah. And a Super Bowl champ.
And not to be that guy, but can you imagine the refs threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct?
Bro, I saw a meme that said, imagine what they would play the Saints, I think. Imagine the Saints just triple team Mike Evans on the last play and didn't let him move just to be assholes about it.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe
I think I would be that guy, bro. It's
I
their
know
rival.
that's what I think too, bro.
No,
but then at
bro.
the same time, like you're playing with somebody's pockets. Like
There's
the
a
game's
mutual
over, you guys
respect there.
lost. Yeah, I agree. Just let him get it.
All right, move to Seattle where Geno Smith.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Geno Smith cashed $6 million in total bonuses in Sunday's win over the Los Angeles Rams by reaching a career high in passing yards and completion percentage and helping Seattle to 10 wins. Not bad for a day's work. $6 million richer.
That's crazy, bro. 6 million?
And truthfully, it didn't even matter because they're not in the playoffs.
I was gonna say I feel like all incentives should be waived when you don't make the playoffs.
Oh, man, good luck recruiting anyone to play for the Panthers ever.
Yeah, right.
That's true. That's true. But
Hey, bro, that's a good day's work, though, man.
Yeah, you can say more money than we'll ever see combined. That's pretty good. All right, then we have Mr. Baker Mayfield in Tampa.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Baker Mayfield picked up an extra $2.5 million by finishing top 10 in the league or top 5 in the NFC in each of the 5 categories: passer rating, touchdown passes, passing yards, completion percentage, and yards per pass attempt. Those stats were worth $500,000 each for Baker Mayfield.
I got a lot to say about this.
Lead it off, brother.
Do you remember when the Browns basically wouldn't make this guy their franchise quarterback because he's immature or whatever? Like, I love that the Browns literally screw up everything. I legit feel like the Browns don't know how to make ramen noodles in the microwave. It's wow. I'm so happy for that guy.
No.
Yeah. 100%,
Literally so happy for
man.
him.
I am too.
100%.
It makes me think of that Cleveland Browns fan with the jersey. I think it started off as like a Tim Couch jersey, and he's duct tape every name, and they just keep adding like 3 or 4 names every year. DTR being the latest one.
But what's crazy is they literally threw him to the curb the year where he openly said, "My shoulders hurt, but I want to play for the team." It was his worst year ever. And obviously he was never this good when he was in Cleveland, even healthy. But like anyone with 2 eyes could see, like, he's not right. Hey, we need to figure out what's wrong with him. Let's make sure that he actually sucks and he's not hurt.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that-
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that goes to what you were saying about the Browns, though. They just do nothing right, ever.
Yeah. He had an MVP-like season for sure.
Baller, bro. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. That guy, I'm happy for him, man, to be honest. He deserves everything he's got.
He does.
what's his name needs to get his flowers too. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Ryan, but Todd Bowles. People, literally, when Brady left, I think Todd Bowles was made to be the scapegoat, and he's like, nope, I'm just going to win 4 straight divisions instead.
Yeah. And he
coach, man.
lost his offensive coordinator in Canales, and I mean here we are, right back in the playoffs, won the division. Baker had a career year after a career year last year. Like, man,
Didn't
just
they
crazy.
smash the Eagles last year in the playoffs? Was that them or was that someone
Yeah,
else?
they
No, that
did.
was them, right?
Yeah, that was them first round.
Yep.
Yep. It's not going to happen again for the Packers. Don't get your hopes up. We know why you're
That's
asking.
fine.
We'll get to that.
That's fine. We'll talk.
We will. We move to another first ballot Hall of Famer in Von Miller.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Von Miller recorded an early sack against the Patriots, which brings him to 6 on the season and earns him a $1.5 million bonus. Why are you shaking your head, Moran?
Bro, Von Miller has been asked for 3 years. It's crazy. This guy makes more than a heart surgeon right now. It's wild. He's literally not good.
Bro, he's
He's
good
just a
enough to
pass
get
rush
6
specialist,
sacks.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I guess.
Bro, put some
And
respect
it's-
on his name. That's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Agreed. And his presence does more than a lot, right? Like just the fact that you have to account for him, it's big enough.
We move to a secret favorite player of mine, Cortland Sutton in Denver.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Sutton received $500,000 bonuses for reaching 500 and 750 yards receiving, then added an additional $500,000 by eclipsing 1,065 yards on the season, really obscure number, during Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's another guy who's just like really slept on. No one really gives him his respect. And bro, he puts up numbers. Like he's not one of my favorite players in the league, but I respect what he does, especially in Denver. And it's good for him to finally get a quarterback. I know Russell, you can argue, had a good year, didn't have a good year last year, but it never really worked out there. Bo Nix has looked good and looks like they established a good connection together. So shout out to him for getting his money.
I've always rooted for him, man, because he has all the makings of a really good receiver, but he's just never had a quarterback. And now that Bo Nix is here and playing well, I feel like Sutton finally balled out this year. And I'm just happy that he got this money, and I'm happy he had a good year, honestly.
You would always know that Sutton was up when he didn't have a quarterback.
Okay, man.
Ryan didn't catch it.
I don't get it.
Never mind, bro.
Break it down.
Never mind, Ryan.
All right,
Jose
we'll
got
talk,
it,
we'll
that's
talk
fine.
after the show.
Sutton, something. Never mind, bro.
Oh, I get it. Okay, anyway,
Oh,
moving on
boy.
to Derrick Henry in Baltimore.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Derrick Henry scored 2 touchdowns on Saturday to earn $500,000 for 15 touchdowns this year. That seems like a really low low amount of money for 15 touchdowns. And if he and the Ravens win the Super Bowl, Henry gets another $500,000.
So let me get this straight. Cortland Sutton had to get 500 yards to get 500,000,
Correct.
but my man has to win a Super Bowl to get 500,000.
And 15 touchdowns to get
Yeah.
another 500.
Yeah,
So
his agents. Oh,
No. So for context, it was an additional 500,000 for reaching 15 touchdowns. He had already gotten 500,000, I think, for getting to 13. This was like a building block for the amount of touchdowns you got.
So he needed like 2 more.
to get an additional
Okay,
500,000
that's
on
fine.
all the
Okay.
incentives that he had already earned this year.
That's
He
fine.
earned a lot of incentives,
That's
and we didn't include it just because it was a paragraph. Like that man made some money this year.
That's
So,
fine. The Super Bowl one's still garb though.
I mean, it's
Should
just
be-
an extra little incentive, you know.
Well, they're not going to the Super Bowl, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't realize Derrick Henry hired Jose as his lawyer. I'm sorry.
Literally.
I
Just-
mean, you guys were killing him, bro. I just wanted to give some context.
Just another fun one, last one. Punter Sam Martin, former Lion, on Buffalo.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That's right, punters have incentives. Martin needed one more punt down inside the 20, and he got it. What was the payout? $100,000.
Hey, you know what was it? My boss, my supervisor at work was telling me about that. They punted it in field goal range for him, didn't they?
Oh, man, did they do him a solid like that?
I think they did him a solid. I think they were able to kick a field goal. Like it was a short field, and instead of kicking it or kneeling it or whatever, I don't know the exact situation. I didn't watch the game, but he was telling me that they did him a solid and let him punt.
Do you know why I find that funny?
Because it's a punter.
No, because okay, sure they did him the solid, but why didn't they just offer him a better contract up front? You know?
Well,
don't know.
what's done is done.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's
I
set
know.
in stone.
I know.